I made it behind my desk. Let's cleanse the energy with some Palo Santo. I really like the smell of Palo Santo. It really cleanses the energy of the room. I don't know if this also cleanses bacteria, because I know sage cleanses bacteria out of the air, and sage also cleanses like negative energy. This is like a really great self-care ritual. Hello my loves, hello my beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon Knows Best, and I'm really grateful you tuned in today. Today I wanted to film another reading for you guys, but today I'm gonna channel collective energy to spice things up or to keep things interesting. So you will not have to choose a pile today. I will tap into the collective energy of my viewers, and yes, we're just gonna see what will come up. And the topic I chose today, I wanted to focus on divine sexuality. I wanted to channel what it is you guys need to do to activate your divine power. So your divine feminine energy or your divine masculine energy, it doesn't matter, just your divine power. Because every single one of us is a spiritual, multidimensional being, and within each and every one of us is this divine power. It lies somewhere within this creation. So today I wanted to tap what it is we need to do and some tips that will empower ourselves and trigger to this energy to come out, because at the end of the day we are so powerful and so strong, and I feel like we tend to forget because we are very much distracted from this society, from media, from news, and we don't really tap into that energy anymore. So within everyone there is a god or goddess, divine spirituality that wants to emerge and wants to come out again. Yes, I feel like society has really taught us to play small. Society has taught us to do what everybody else is doing, when in fact it is really important to listen to your own intuition. Yes, and also on the topic of sex, on the topic of sexuality, I feel like that, you know, for decades, for centuries, we have been taught that sex is something that needs to be happening behind closed doors, and we've really oppressed, especially like the sexuality of a woman, but also the sexuality of a man has been really manipulated during, you know, centuries, during times, especially with the porn industry, keeping man really docile to certain images, what sex is supposed to be, when it in fact is something much more deeper and much more spiritual. And often let's talk about, for example, witches back in the day had been burned at stake because they had so much, you know, energy, so much sexual energy. Witches were really like tapping into the occult, tapping into witchcraft, of course, and into their own sexual powers. Because I truly believe that sexuality has something to do with our spiritual self. Because during sex or tapping into your own energy and connecting with your body or someone else's body, we can have really crazy experiences, tapping into the universe, connecting ourselves to source. And so, you know, witches were really an example in our history how that was supposed to stay small and not get into the surface. and oftentimes demonized, saying that witchcraft or, you know, like paganism or Wiccanism was really satanistic beliefs. When in fact, I think those paths, ways of living really include being really close to nature and exploring. I would have been burned back in the day as a tarot reader, as someone who's interested in the occult, someone who lives a very spiritual life. I like to meditate. I like to, you know, do all these things to trigger my consciousness, or yeah. And this is a really long intro, and I'm very sorry, but I just felt like rambling. So what can we do to trigger the God and Goddess within you? That's the topic today, and I'm just gonna shuffle through. We'll see what comes up. I have my trusty Casanova tarot deck and my Sexual Magic tarot deck, and we're just gonna see. Also, it doesn't matter what gender you have, what orientation you have. If you define yourself as a feminine energy or masculine energy, it doesn't matter. We're gonna see what your divine being needs to become the God, Goddess you are. So I think I'm gonna start with my Casanova deck today. So my lovely viewers, what do my lovely viewers need to do? Spirit, what do my lovely viewers need to do in order to become the divine God or Goddess? It's literally making me really nervous because I feel a lot of energy coming in. So the first card that flew out is the Sun. So beautiful. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, it is really important to follow your happiness and your fulfillment. And this includes every part of your life. Go towards the sun, go towards the things that make you very, very happy. So, for example, if you have a creative talent or a hobby that you love, make sure you incorporate these talents or things in your day-to-day life, and you don't neglect them because you're working a very stressful job or you forget about it sometimes. Those things want your attention, and it's really important to practice them on a daily basis. If it's meditation, something that makes you very happy, make sure you do it often enough during the week. I'm also hearing job, so maybe you're currently focusing on a job that is not fulfilling you, that is not making you happy. And yes, your sexual energy can benefit if you're focusing towards the things that really fulfill you, that ignite this passion within you. Because if this passion is not triggered in your day-to-day life and you have to do something mundane you don't really enjoy, I feel like that sexual energy can definitely be repressed down, and you do not feel like a divine being, God or Goddess, if you're not triggering your passion and your lust for life in a day-to-day life. Surround yourself also with a lot of sunlight. It's very bad weather here in Germany today, but wherever you are, make sure you go outside, make sure you enjoy nature, make sure you spend time with the people that make you feel like a light being. And also mindset is really important. Whatever your mindset is, always try to incorporate that light within your mind. So If you have negative thoughts, replace them with something more fulfilling, more exciting, because oftentimes we are slaves to our mind, and our mind likes to play games. If we're not able to transform our mind into something more positive, meditation is something that can really help with that on a day-to-day basis, because that helps you to really be the master of your mind. So this is what I'm feeling. The sun, that is very beautiful. Also, be cautious. You know, the sun for me also is someone who's, the sun energy is also something that can be very prideful, but in a good way. If you know your worth, you will not give your time to people that are not deserving, that are not matching your energy or matching your confidence, because I feel like sometimes if we don't get what we want, or if things don't turn out super quickly the way we wanted, we get frustrated and we tend to settle for things that are less than we actually desire. So make sure if you're feeling impatient, that you always face towards the sun, towards your goals, towards your confidence, towards positivity, towards the light. If you're walking through a dark tunnel and there's a light and you know this is the end goal, you want to get there, you don't want to go back into the darkness, do not turn around and do not stop walking, because that will just prevent you from reaching the light, and it will take longer to get to your goal. So this is a message for a few of you guys. Let's see what else is coming up. What do my viewers need to do to activate their divine sexual power? Oh wow. Make time for romance. We have the Two of Cups. Wanted to show you the cards from close up. So obviously, if you don't have a partner that you can have romantic times with, then just romanticize yourself, romanticize your life. This is a great trend that has actually been going on this year, or like last year as well. Romanticize your life, romanticize everything around you. And if you are in a great partnership already and you have found someone worth your time, definitely make time. You give this person enough attention on day-to-day life, and always trigger that romantic like vibe to you. Even if you've been with this person for years and years and years, it's really important to make room for romance, for passion, and ignite that even after a long time. And even if you're in the beginning stages of a relationship, it's the earlier you start, the better. You try to just ignite that romance all the time, because emotions sometimes, you know, tend to wear off, and the excitement kind of wears off in day-to-day life. So make sure you ignite that. And I'm also hearing that maybe you need to, wherever you go, take romance with you guys. So if you're, this is really cute. So if you're somewhere and you're with your partner, always cater to your partner and let them cater to you. So we have this card. This is the Three of Wands. This often also represents travel And I'm really exploring different places also for sex. And again, if you're single, it doesn't matter. You can also explore on your own. Make sure you really put the focus on people that really bring value to your life. I know from my own experience that sometimes we tend to focus on people we know we have no future with. So, or not even from my own experience, but from people around me that I've been, observing, I feel it's really important to surround yourself with that good energy. Sexuality is nothing you should be afraid of. Sexuality is nothing you should hold down or hold within. It is really something that wants to be explored so you can connect to your spiritual self. And of course, outside energies that are very distracting, like porn, for example, can really throw off having that divine connection during sex with yourself or with a partner. What I would suggest to you guys is to really live self-care even during, for example, masturbation. So seek out a place where you feel harm and comfortable and no one is disturbing you, and to really exercise what it is that triggers this divine connection within you. And when you climax, it's really important to focus on the things that make you most happy in life, that you want, because that will really bring you everything you want within those acts. I feel like sexual magic practices are very helpful when you're trying to find yourself and try to manifest whatever it is you truly want. So, and if you want to become the best version of yourself and trigger this magical god or goddess within you, I think that your inner god or goddess really wants to be caressed, and they want to be triggered in day-to-day life. And they will not be triggered if your day-to-day life is dull and mundane and it doesn't excite you. So try to make yourself feel excited and romanticizing your life on a day-to-day basis. And this will really trigger your inner god or goddess to come out, because they enjoy your life, like your spiritual higher self, your goddess self. They want to feel excited, they want to feel alive, and they don't if they don't enjoy what you're doing every single day. So, and okay, let's see what else we're getting. What is it your divine being needs on a day-to-day life or during sex even? Yes, excitement is like a really big topic here. Do something unusual during sex as well is something I think a lot of your guys' divine being truly wants to be triggered, something you wouldn't do naturally. So maybe during sex, visiting like strange places or people peeking, something like that. I'm also hearing fabric, especially for feminine energies here. Maybe you like to wear like satin or robes, something you feel very, very sexy in. That is really important to, you know, trigger that feeling of feeling eternal, just, I wanted to say maleficent, but I don't know if that word exists. And then we have the Tower. So I feel like for the collective energy, there are a lot of people that have experienced trauma within romantic relationships. So maybe you've been hurt in the past, and people trigger that hurt or that trauma within you when you meet new people. So for a lot of you guys, maybe it is hard for you to trust, and you've become this Queen or King of Swords that is more reserved and much more icy. So it takes time for you to melt and to ignite those romantic feelings for yourself or even for your life. And to really let yourself go, I feel like you need to trust yourself and you need to trust your partner. For a lot of feminine energies here, I feel like you have trouble letting go within like sexual situations. Because for a lot of women, they have this like, they cannot, for a lot of women, they can't have an orgasm, they can't climax when they don't 100% trust their partner, because there's always this one energy within them that has flight tendencies. So if a woman doesn't feel 100% safe, 100%, you know, seen as who they really are and loved and cared for, then oftentimes they cannot let go and let this energy burst out, because they feel like they need to protect themselves. And this is actually a common phenomenon for women. For men, I think it is a little bit more different, because they can just, you know, let it go. But for them, men are really good to hide that sense of this was something meaningful. And sex definitely is much different if it comes from a place of spiritual sense. As well as it just is something you need to do in order to let go of certain energy. So maybe a lot of you guys have experienced heartache. Maybe there was another person involved, and you were heartbroken. And now this time you're searching for a cure. And this cure is to really heal yourself and to empower yourself and activate that divine being. Because if you activate that divine energy, you will attract everything towards you that has the same frequency. What do you guys need to do in order to activate your divine energy? Six of Swords. Maybe some of you guys will meet someone important in a different place. Six of Swords for me often indicates either traveling or relocating. Short trips, an hour drive somewhere. Interesting. So maybe for a few of you guys, you need to relocate, like find a new place in a different city, or just be open to new experiences in different cities, different countries. And then we have the Four of Wands, which often for me represents twin flame energy. So for a few of you guys, you are on a soulmate journey. That's why we have the Two of Cups here. Or a twin flame is gonna come into your life very soon. Obviously, this is a collective reading, so a few of you guys already have found their soulmate, and others of you guys are gonna be on a soulmate or twin flame journey soon. And you're gonna meet this person somewhere new. And I feel like there's no coincidence you found to this reading or you found to this video, because it's really important for you guys to level up, like sexually, but also spiritually. So maybe you guys need to find new knowledge, read some books. That's what I'm seeing with the Queen of Swords, because she's really well read, very intelligent. And then I'm also just seeing stimulating your happiness and exploring romantic feelings within yourself. And this can be with sexual practices, masturbation, and if you have been struggling with past hurt, because that is really something that's coming up, and that is really making a lot of you guys, ouch, be hostage to that hurt. That's really what I'm getting. A lot of you guys are just hostages to the past, hostages to that trauma, to that pain. And I would just suggest to you guys that you maybe seek someone like a shaman or someone who does energy work or chakra work to just let go of that, of those emotions, because I feel like a few of you guys have not overcome letting it go yourself. So maybe you need certain help by a therapist or a practitioner of some kind that will help you with that. So maybe seek someone out you trust. And that is also a self-care ritual, is just working on yourself. Going to doctor's appointments, changing jobs if you're not happy, practicing self-love, masturbation or some sort, telling yourself affirmations, romanticizing and sexualizing yourself in a healthy way, and letting go what doesn't serve you anymore, letting go of the past, letting go of traumas. And I know that is easier said than done, I know, but sometimes, you know, we need to activate that inner power to truly heal what has been broken. And with the Queen of Swords, I'm also getting like buying yourself nice clothes, looking good, getting your beard. You're not making yourself vulnerable if you ask someone for help, you know? You didn't come to this video by accident, me just this random chick rambling and talking to you guys. This is, you know, meant for, if this is truly resonating, this is meant for you. This is a message for you. And if you do want to attract a high vibrational life, a high vibrational self, you have to make sure you check your frequency, because what you want to attract, you need to embody yourself first. You cannot attract a soulmate that is fit and healthy and has good mental health and is good looking, takes care of themselves, has a job that they like. You cannot attract that within someone else if you don't have the same frequency. So make sure you embody everything you would want in someone else first, or at least you work on embodying that, and then you can truly attract that in. And healthy sexuality is really important to connect with your higher self, with your divine self. So make sure you practice healthy sex, you know, you don't body shame yourself, you don't compare yourself to others. You have a healthy way of seeing yourself in a loving, beautiful way. And I have recently started watching this series on Netflix. It's called Love, Sex, and Goop. And at first I thought it was like super cheesy and like I wouldn't get anything out of it. But the messages in that series are really good, especially if you're on a journey to a sexual, fulfilled, spiritual person. And also they talk about the sexual blueprint, which is really important, especially in pleasuring yourself or having sex with someone else, what it is you truly need, what type of blueprint you have, and what you truly enjoy. So I think there are 5 different sexual blueprints, and yeah, it's just really interesting to find that out and to know what is out there and what is possible, you guys. So yes. Also, I have read a lot about sexual practices where people, obviously you would seek out someone who is, you know, well known and has like good reviews, that you can actually have someone else touch you and you heal a lot of trauma just within that touch. That's also something that's really interesting, you know, especially for people that have like a sexual related trauma. And for others of you that have a broken heart or that have a hard time trusting people, I've been with people and reliving that heartbreak because of triggering, then I would suggest to you guys that you first of all trust yourself and work on trusting the people that are around you. So you work on your trust, you work on love for the next, and maybe even trying to forgive the person from the past or the person that broke your heart. And I think those are the first steps to healing. If you can say, I forgive you, and you're a divine creature and you probably had trauma and you probably had a bad past and maybe your heart was broken and that's why you broke mine, and it's just constant karma we create with people, constant karma that pops up and we need to heal things. So to act from a loving intention is the best thing you can do, and working on your trust and your love and you embodying what you would call someone trustworthy and loyal and loving and compassionate will just heal that within you, and on the other hand attract people that are the same, so have the same frequency. So if you're jealous and you're comparing yourself and you have like bad thoughts all the time and you don't trust people and you're like, are you cheating on me, and are you doing this, are you doing that, then you're attracting people from like the same essence, which also have like trust issues or have like a reckless behavior or like abandonment issues, and they will hurt you out of that trauma without even wanting to hurt you, just because they have these like mechanisms that they haven't healed. So you should work on healing that so this won't happen again. And have fun with healing yourself in the process and just ignite passion and love. And when you think And when you touch yourself, thinking of loving things and passionate things and things that make you happy and what you want to attract, especially during climax. So this was really interesting channeled messages. This was something different. I really enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to follow me on my social media, or follow me on my socials, which is only Instagram and YouTube. So yes, and I hope I'll see you around, and you share this video with someone you love and you think they could benefit from this. And if you have video inspirations, video ideas, leave them down below. I'm more than excited to read them. Have a beautiful day. Practice compassion and kindness, and I see you all next time.